So we are going to try and clear every monster in the game. There's going to be some that we'll miss, but the idea here will be to clear almost everything on players 8. We have 11 to 12k Blizzard right now with this, which is pretty nice. We have our Sunder Charm. Our character is geared up. Again, this is player 7. So everything is going to be a tough kill. We have a ton of Magic Find. We're going to go ahead and grab more rejuves. I almost feel like I should go and do the corrupted zone, or like the terror zones first. Because it's going to shift while I do it, you know? Now, we cannot die or we lose all of our MF boosts. So that is one thing to note. Who runs Blizzard? We're running Blizzard. Now, the best character to do this on would probably be that new martial arts assassin. Since she can just kick everything and it's just gone completely and insane. But we're not running that. So we're just gonna see everything that we can get. We'll see what runes we can pick up, what items we can find. The exact amount of Magic Find we're running currently is unknown. It's somewhere between 2,000 and 6,000, thanks to the double cycle. I mean, it's at least... We'll go into the den, yeah. It's at least, maybe I should keep mana. Alright, Bloodmoor is cleared. There we go, we got our first one, Haltusk. At least 2,400 or so. A lot of people have actually asked for me to do this. I don't think I'm going to count things like Thul runes. Unless you guys wanted me to count stuff like Thul runes, I could just count it over in like a different... But I feel like starting at, you know, you got to figure where you're going to start with. MF doesn't impact rune drops, correct. But we are running player 7 and killing everything. So it does just affect it in some ways. I mean, I probably want to count at least like Lem runes, Foul runes, sure, Ko runes. Probably not counting Lum, so maybe we're starting at Ko. Istin up is very high. Obviously, all the high runes will get counted. Okay, I need to actually keep the mana potions. I was hoping I would have enough, but... And... no mana in that? Alright. Den of Evil is cleared. I'm actually going to really fast go to the Spider Forest and the Spider Cavern. Isn't Infinity overkill? On player 7, it's pretty nice to have all the extra damage. Now, when I'm running, you know, like this lower content areas and stuff, maybe there's an idea, but Yeah. I mean, and hopefully this is a good show as well to people that 10,000 MF, 100,000 MF, 5,000 MF, 2,000 MF, 600, 700 MF are all pretty much the same thing. They're very limited. And this is because there's really not much difference between all that. The idea is you're just going up towards infinity, essentially, right? You have a limit. Alright, we got Saigon's gloves. So we'll do like this. Unique, Hal Tusk, set, Saigon gloves, and then runes. Those are probably the three things we care about. But I am curious still, even running at high MF and just player 7 through everything, what all you're gonna get. Which is why, exactly, generally, just running 200 to 400 MF is usually pretty good. Now, this is probably twice as good as like 200, 300 MF. Probably like 200. Yeah, if we find any GG rares, we can also note those down. Works online as well, yes. Yeah, or like Diamond J mods, yeah, sure. I really need more cold skillers. I'm missing so much damage because I don't have this. But I love my Blizzard Sorceress. I haven't played my Blizzard Sorceress in a while. So I felt like, you know what? Let's give her the task. Obviously, I would love to get a new Grail item while we're doing all this. That is the dream. But I really want to just count and see all of the set, unique, everything that we'll get. Runes. You can Player's Aid on PS5. You just have to go in and adjust it in your game menu. There's a little slider. Mana troubles? Yeah, probably need insight, right? Oh, I also have 4 skill points that I'm needing for this character. Shale Rune. So there's a little bit more damage. Okay, Spider Cavern is completed. Flare Jungle and Flare Dungeon is the next zone. Alright, well that's perfect. Let's go ahead and finish up Spider. Tal's Mask. Our third item. Can this be used on normal for SOJ farming? Sure. Again, it's faster to just go kill Nightmare and Dariel over and over again. Not one unique in this zone? Y'all are learning what asymptotic scales are like. Essentially, no matter how high your magic find gets, the max that you're increasing unique drops is 200%. So, asymptotic. No, it's not anything over 200% MF is worthless. It's that it doesn't go up equally. So magic find, for every extra percent of magic find I have, blue items are scaling up to 66% drop. So those are scaling linear for the most part. But it's a non-linear relationship for set and unique items. Exactly, Jules. Well, Super Chest actually cannot drop uniques. So just maybe Sparkly Chest or something you were popping, but even then, chests have their own drops of things. Now, regular chest, if you're just doing those, that you could find. Oh my god. Kind of want to run Insight. Let's do the Dark Wander. How's D2 so good? Game made with the right passion and with the right ideas, and yeah. Wonder if I just have an Insight like hanging out. No. Okay, that's fine. Let's go down to the Arachnid Lair. It actually kind of like hurts like mana and everything when I'm not aiming for ooh, there we go. I love Gold Strike. Nice find. It's a super fun bow for a Boazon. D2 is definitely made for money. Sure. But you have to admit there's been a difference. And I mean, this is something as well that you've seen from, you know, I mean, Steve Jobs, I feel like, said it best. Eventually, suits take over. When something becomes so successful, the suits get involved, and they push out the people who were passionate, who also were totally cool to make some money. But once you have enough suits there, it shifts. Yeah, we're not jotting down Hellrune, we decided. The suits and bean counters. And I mean, at this point, you know, there's definitely a question. Does Blizzard have more developers or more psychologists analyzing ways to make money off of people and prey on them? right? Who knows? Nobody talks about how fun the game is. I mean, that's definitely something that we've seen from the devs that I think was a very important thing to, you know, see. How many of the times and questions that they answered and things that they gave us was how fun the shopping experience was going to be for people. How cool it was that they could see the skins of their character that they bought in cutscenes. How in the open world they could see everybody else's skins as well. You know. How it was a personalized MTX shop where it would take note of your buying habits and your characters that you wanted to equip so it could better serve you with ads for MTX. It's like, first off, nobody really cares. Second, this is what you're sharing with us about the game that you just developed? All of this stuff? And obviously they did share other pieces as well, but my goodness. All of the things that they could share, and they consistently brought up stuff dealing with ways that we could put more money into the game. Will the battle pass be available for me to do XYZ? Will, you know. Like, when your focus of sharing it across is telling us how the game is going to make you guys more money and how you're building in a smart AI to try and get us to buy stuff more. On top of the fact that skins are unlimited. There doesn't need to be this, you can only buy a skin right now for the next X minutes. That doesn't need to ever exist. Except with the idea that you can get someone to spend money because they're afraid they're not going to get that skin later. You know? Why is that something that is being bragged about right now? I'm just stating facts, man. That's all. Who's complaining? I'm literally telling you exactly what the developers were giving us there. Alright, I won't lie. I am complaining, because I think that's pretty trash. It's predatory trash. Creating an artificial scarcity and a time limit on it to get you to spend money. It's garbage. And then, like I said, sharing it as taking the time when you could have been sharing anything to share that information. You could have been talking about other systems. You could have been fixing resistances in the game. Whatever. But instead, time was spent to make sure that we could have a predatory experience. What game isn't doing that nowadays? Yeah! Does that make it okay? No, it just means that it's all turned to garbage. It sucks. Agreed. Other people are doing it is not any valid reasoning for it being better. Okay. It's all garbage and it all sucks. Plain and simple. Well, everybody's jumping off a bridge, so...
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Come here, Froggy. And it's like, yeah, well, Diablo Immortal exists. It's like, yeah, that's also predatory garbage. It's just worse. Nice. Another unique for us here. It says Crane Beak. Oh, it's Skull Splitter, excuse me. Our third unique of the day.
I can't carry anymore.
Man, we ran out of mana already again. Agreed, Commander. Change found item list? Good call. That was yesterday's. I just need a... Okay, mods. I'm updating this spreadsheet. Can you put that in a short link and then make it a command? That's just like... You know, whatever. Exclamation mark something. Item, exclamation mark items found or something. And then people can follow along. Chat, what do you think is going to be the coolest item we find? And what do you think is going to be the highest rune that we find? Player 7, clearing entire game. You think only Goal Rune? Bro, I'm going to be sad if Goal Rune is the highest rune I find. I want at least a low rune. At least. BK rune would be nice. Get us a new Grail item.
I can't carry anymore.
How can you tell if the Souls buff is still active? It lasts 19 hours. That was tested by others. But we could, of course, just go test that with our negative MF. Best way to farm low runes? Brutal. Yeah, probably players 3 LK runs is the best, honestly. Yeah, if you go to exclamation mark YouTube and watch my latest video, I show how to get infinite magic find. So we're taking infinite magic find, quote unquote infinite. Again, when the scale tops out, you only get so much, but taking that and running it around. Or exclamation mark Easter egg, yeah, that'll work. Nice. Love our Langer Brisser. Almost a cool item. Why isn't every item unique, Mr. Lama? Thanks, McFly. Exactly, Paladine. Another unique item. 220s. Let's do like this really fast. All right, perfect.
Carry anymore.
And I will show the spreadsheet at intervals and things, and we'll go over it later. You think Ariok's Needle is going to be the coolest unique I find? Ugh. Y'all got some lame predictions. Sorry to say. I want at least 2 Grail items from this.
I am overburdened.
Maybe just 1, but
I am overburdened.
one Grail item and I'll be happy. 1 Grail item, at least a low rune, and a J-mod? Almost.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay.
Carry anymore.
We had a Monarch Shield. It was worth a shot. Gotta always try and call it, you know. That way the one time you get it, you're like, first try. Do I pick claws? Sometimes. Depends my mood. Wait, I never did the Jidbin quest?
Take this to Ormus.
Wow. See what we can get.
I can't carry anymore.
It's GIF. You know why it's GIF? Because the creator of GIFs says GIF. If he created it, he gets to call it. Just saying.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
The creators of D4 said it's a good game. Oof, checkmate. Alright, alright, alright. One to one. One to one. People use threads? Thought they deprecated that feature. Pole rune! Alright! Our first rune of some value. And Sandy's. Sanders Rip Rap. There's also an IO rune there, yes. But we're not counting that low.
I can't carry anymore. Carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Alright, we'll check out the Naga. Trash and the gauntlets.
I can't carry anymore.
And the vampire belt. Alright, all garbage. True, we have found the eye and the brain. Okay. Not bad. Got a pull run out of there. Happy with it.
I am overburdened.
Let's keep forward.
I am overburdened.
My soul started spilling, but then they went aggressive again. Usually they finish the cycle. Maybe another monster got too close or something. Alright, I think we're gonna get a... Is that our BK ring, everybody? Or our wisp? Which one is it, chat? Which one is it? Man, no, no, no. BK or wisp? BK or wisp? First grail item of the day.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I think we'll get Jarun
Carry anymore.
and one Grail item,
I can't
at
carry
least. Souls and dolls. What a horrible, like, monster grouping. Ooh, we got a cap.
I am overburdened.
Oh my god. Freaking man, all this stupid, dumbest ring in the game of this. No Sanders. We got Infernal. Greaves. Beautiful. Some tier haunches. Stacking up. Sir Man Black, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And Leonhardt with 5 gifted subs. My goodness, thank you very, very much. Appreciate that greatly. Alright, we'll come back to the other swampy pit area there. Ooh, rare Thunder Maul. Do another MF competition using this. That'd be fun. Is there any difference if you set Terra Zones as P8? Or do they always generate P8? No, they're not always generated P8. If you set a Terra Zone as P8, then yeah, it is now harder. No. Doesn't affect runes or keys, anything like that.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I don't really care to do the little snaky dudes. We'll kill everything but those, all of those. Waiting around for them to pop out. Ow! Dolls.
I can't carry anymore.
We'll kill things that stay out.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Perfect. Swampy pit completed. Couple more items in there. Maybe the souls in the forest do letters as well. Yeah, any 4 souls will do letters. It's just there's more space for them to do the letters out there.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright. LK time. I feel like in the LK we have to pop everything.
I can't carry anymore.
Just because it's the lower crust. That's what you do in the lower crust. Pop all the poppables. Okay. Best place to farm pally shields at the end of normal. Probably just go cows. Run 0 MF cows and enjoy. Now, we could have also done this on our Magic Find Barbarian. However, if we did it on him, we wouldn't get to kill really everything. We'd just be killing all the elites everywhere. Which would be another fun, like, challenge thing to kind of do on our own for that, you know. But different style. This is the murder it all style. Nothing gets to live. Bird. Cryptic Axe. Nice. We have a Cryptic Axe rack right there. Go find a nice Tomb Reaver. Or just a nice base overall. Something to jot down and remember for future. You think Malrune from Trav? That'd be nice. That would be nice. Okay. Uh-huh.
It's locked. I am overburdened.
Where is my fire? That's my question. Looks like only one fire, and these guys running away is so annoying.
I need a key.
Long battle bow. Little Vidalas right now for us.
Good evening.
Okay. Vidala's Barbie.
I am overburdened.
And the ring he gives us is pretty garbage. There's our super chest. Zod drops from more monsters, but has a lower drop chance. So it's harder to find, but easier to find.
I can't carry anymore.
Soul Rune. Materials might drops just from such a limited grouping of mobs.
I can't carry anymore.
Zod is only Act 5 legit? No, I mean there's a lot of areas that'll drop it. Okay. Kind of cleaning zones out in a weird way, but again, it's all good. Oh my god. Die!
I can't carry anymore.
These guys are so annoying. Extra fast. Tal rune. I feel like keeping track of the runes could be fun, even if it's just all the random runes anyways. Pull, Hell, Soul, Tal, Io, Thol. I think that's what we've found so far. Am. We did find an Am. Did I find an Ith?
I am overburdened.
Okay, Am, Ith. Perfect. I almost don't even want to go after these guys because they're just such a like waste your time trying to hunt them down when they don't want to come to you. Wow. Our first double. We may just leave these guys alone. Kill the main group of it and leave the stragglers. Our first double is Vidala's. Wonder if we'll find any complete sets, like full Saigons or something. Yep, we'll go into the areas, just clearing the overworld here. McGlenn, thank you very much. Appreciate the 2 gifted.
I can't carry anymore.
Uh-huh. Pretty well cleared.
I can't carry
Fort room. Okay. Alright. The premier hiring and finding technique is LK and more LK. Now, hell forging is also quite amazing. But you have to be able to trust everybody that you're rushing with it to actually give you... Is this MF thingy non-ladder only? No, this is all a game for everybody.
I am overburdened.
Another soul rune. First duplicate rune. "19 hours until you leave the game, or if you die, it'll reset."
I can't carry anymore.
Alright. Sewers time. Yeah, I agree with that, Rob. It does feel like we're seeing the same. All the AAA game companies are just doing the same things, it feels like a lot of times now. Which goes to show that whatever they're doing is profitable, and they don't need to. They don't feel the need to really change it.
I am overburdened.
At least to me, that's what it shows.
I am overburdened.
People still buy it. So. Yep. And like, look, I don't think, buying D4 was a mistake by any means. Like, hey, there's, enough value and time and whatever that was gotten out of playing it. But will it be something that I'll continue to pour thousands and thousands of hours into? Probably not. I'll probably check in on it at season, see how it is, maybe do a little bit of stuff there. But to me, it's not a game that I'm going to continue to invest a ton of time, a ton of money into overall. That's just for me. If you love it, by all means. I'm waiting for D4 Lord of Terror expansion. No, I'm waiting for Llama RPG. We got a lot of good Llama RPG work done yesterday. I got all of the skills input into the spreadsheet, plus added new skills. So the Guardian and the Holy Knight class are both complete. I also got the idea for creating a Trickster class. So that may be a future class that we end up building out. We adjusted some values for things. I created a lot of new formulas which needed to be created, such as when you burn an enemy, what is the formula for how much damage gets dealt? Do they take? All of this. So we got a lot there that needed to be kind of fleshed out a little bit more. I documented most of the changes in the Llama RPG Discord if you want to go and look there, read there. But pretty good, like, additions there. What else did we get done? We got the list built out of what I need from everybody to get a playable demo. So we can get people at least demoing the game. And then with the demo, we can start building out, you know, if we want to build out like the GoFundMe piece and all the fun little things people can have in there. Now that the game could actually be at a place where they could play and have a better understanding of what they'd actually would be getting. Warren did host coding stream yesterday for those that wanted to watch that. We added in a bunch of monsters. So now monsters, there's like a lot more variety. There's probably like 3 to 4 times as many monsters now as there were before. We'll go start down here. A commoner class? Oh, summoner. No summoner class currently. What is Immortal King's belt actually called? Detail. Just because there aren't summons in the game, and the idea of how summons would function with the combat currently does not exist. So that's something that I will just have to, you know, figure out. That might be an expansion piece. Do we have that set up, mods? The follow along with the spreadsheet? Yes, perfect. Awesome. Items found. Thank you.
I still think it's funny. 20 years of playing, and I never once used teleport before watching your stream.
I don't even understand how
Never
that's
thought it was
possible.
useful.
What do you mean you never thought it was useful? What?
I am overburdened.
Good lord.
I am overburdened.
Loving the in-game cardio, right? What in the world? I cleared the whole sewers, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not guaranteed to give you unique drops by any means. That's not how Magic Find works in this game.
It's locked.
But you did have a slightly better chance at it. Didn't even get rares? Not guaranteed to give you rares. Magic Find has a lot of caps in the game, so you're just gonna run into those.
I am overburdened.
There's just a lot of limits that you come across. Pretty sure I have to go down in sewers again. Do I? I don't think so, but we can look.
I can't carry anymore. Mr. Llama killing trash mobs? Have I been transported to a world where there's no speed running, or is this a clear the game in one game challenge?
Clear the game in one game challenge, yep.
I am overburdened.
We're killing it all, baby, and seeing everything that we get.
I am overburdened.
So far, disappointed. Does it include Uber bosses? No, I can't get Uber bosses. I might have. I don't know if I have all the keys actually currently. I'd need multiple games to farm the keys, so. There's a burroon hiding in this game somewhere. We gotta go find it. Diadem. Tiara will eventually not be something you want to keep re-rolling. But rare diadems you can infinitely re-roll.
I need a key. I am overburdened.
Another Tal rune.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my jaw rune to drop. Make all of it worth it. Are you more likely to find a Cham than an L in hell? No.
I need a key.
Yeah, sewers is done. Exclamation mark, items found. Take you to a spreadsheet that I'm updating with all the items that I have currently found.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah. Again, running the martial arts assassin's probably the fastest, best way to go through doing this, but I love my Blizzard Sorceress. And I haven't played enough of her lately, so she gets to be the one that we'll take around. Quite a lot of runes so far. It's an alright amount.
I am overburdened.
We also love our eyesight, exactly. And that's the problem. I also do love my eyesight as well.
I can't carry
And boy, is she blinding. We have to find a skiller as well, right? Hopefully. Am I back to D2? Uh-huh. You got bored of D4 quickly? Yeah, I think there's people that are definitely still enjoying it, still having a great time playing it. But there's also a lot of people who haven't beaten much of the game, you know. Again, a majority of people, I don't know what the number is now, but a week ago, 90% of people hadn't beaten the campaign yet. So, like, if you're going around and just doing all the quests and slowly getting your renown and just, you know, doing all that, then yeah, I think there's plenty of, like, time. People who are just going to spend a couple hours a week. I think they'll have a lot of time to enjoy the game. And then Season 1 comes out, and we'll see what happens with Season 1. Those stats are misleading because 90% people who purchase haven't finished. It's not including active players. Yeah, I mean, that's including all players, but still, 90% of people who bought the game, whether active or not, did not complete the campaign. Does that mean that the game was too boring and they gave up? Does that mean that they, you know, are just taking it really slowly? Who knows? A lot of unknown there. Ooh, the pit. Okay, another Tal rune and Ith rune. Exclamation mark Easter egg is how. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go kill and chase all these guys down. So annoying. Oh my god. I know it's a kill everything run, but Jesus. Just run away. Gotta like trap him. It's okay. We're almost done with Act 3. Terrible mobs there, so that'll be helpful. We'll keep those for a fun character later. I think he's just saying the itemization to him was not very fun. And to me, the irrelevancy of items comes from the fact that, like, you just upgrade so quickly through everything for a while. The first few hours, definitely. because it's like, oh, you don't have sacred items, and then you get sacred items, and now you have sacred items, so now the sacred items are just better, and then you can't get whatever items, and then you get them, and now those are better, and so, you know, locking the next item type behind the next difficulty feels a little lazy, potentially. Humongous! Ow. Ancestral, thank you. Yeah, the scaling is also what I consider personally lazy design. I understand they wanted to kind of go with the open world idea and let you be everywhere, everything, all the time, but in practice, it just doesn't feel good. You level up and then you get weaker, and you're like, well, that was annoying. Like, it's detrimental sometimes to gain levels, because then when you go in the same dungeon, it feels worse. Harder to kill the monsters. Yeah, there's just a lot of limiting decisions overall. And, you know, I've talked about it before in that there's the death by 1,000 paper cuts. But there's also death by 1,000 limits a little bit, I feel like. Like, if they limited me in, you know, one way or whatever, here and there, not bad. But it's like, there's so many limits in the game. My trading is limited. The social aspects are limited. The items that can go on different characters are limited. Everything being found by my character at level 100 is required level 100. Thus, I can't give anything to alts, even if it's a lower level item. That's limited. The limits of the level scaling, so that everything goes there. The limit. It's like there's so many places where they just limited my play. That it's just 1,000 paper cuts of it. And I'm like, I only get to play this game one way, actually. You're pretending like I can do this infinite, all these things and play your way. But then you're limiting all the ways I want to play. I can't even, the first thing I tried to do when I started Diablo 4, I wanted to make a punch barbarian. You know what you can't do in that game? Punch! Your barbarian has to have a weapon to attack. He can't even punch. Yeah, really. I'm like, let me be barbaric. I just wanted to try it out, you know, because that's something I've beaten Diablo 2 as a punch barb, and it took like 38 hours or whatever, but it was super fun in this crazy, stupid, awful way. But again, I had a lot of ability to play my own way. If I want to put a bow on a barbarian and go shoot, you know, exploding arrows from Ravenclaw or whatever, I can do that. So, and those are some of the like best ways to play this game. Bow Pally guided playthrough. Could be fun. So, yes, that part is very frustrating to me. the fact that there was so much stuff that was told around Play Your Way and having all of this, but then the game really feels like there's a few builds, there's a few this, and you can't even do anything outside of it. And the scaling enforces that on top of other issues. Yeah, if you don't have a weapon, but you can't do anything. You can't use your spells, you can't do anything. You have to always have a weapon equipped. And again, that goes to the idea that they love tying weapon damage to spell damage and stuff as well. Items found today is empty. Oh yeah, I need to just...
I am overburdened.
Items found. There you go. So. That is a frustrating piece for me on top of, you know, whatever other things. I mean, I've given my whole list of what I would like to see adjusted, improved, changed.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, there's still people that are playing Diablo 4. It's still got people. It honestly also has a surprising number of hot tub streamers. There's been I've been surprised by that. I didn't think Diablo 4 was a game that you would normally see as across there. But something to also really consider, and I mean really consider, is that they're doing drops for the whole first month. And drops are a huge, I don't want to say like view bot, because it's not view bot, but they're a huge boost of views for games. Like you'll see, you know, Warframe, when they do drops, Warframe will have like 150,000 people watching. And then when the drops are done, the game will go down to like 5,000 people. Now, I'm not saying Diablo 4 is only going to have 5,000 people watching it or anything. I think there'll definitely be more audience there. But that is something to consider with the current like numbers. Is that they are not, there is an inflation of views right now still for the game. For people that are just watching to get whatever drop. Because every week there's a new drop, so it's like, ooh. Turn stream on, muted, 140p, go do something else. Yep, a lot of people sit like that, so. So I will be curious to see how it settles in after that. But we will have season 1 coming up later July and all of this, so you know there's. How did I explore this entire map and still not? Oh, I have to go up there. Okay. How are my D4 counts versus D2? I don't know. I don't really look at viewers that much. How many people we got hanging out here? I haven't looked. 1.6K? Oh, that's a nice number. I'd say in D4 we were probably around like 2,000 plus to 3,000. And yeah, drops are still happening though. Again, while drops are going on, those numbers are going to be inflated. But at the same time, like, yeah, I do think if I wanted, I could have made a port over to D4 and pushed hard on it and done whatever stuff and continued making all of that. You know, I was happy to still make like guide content for it, and I still think there's a few guides I could make for it for various pieces, you know, to help people out that are enjoying it and to enjoy the game in various ways. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was totally fine. But ultimately, for my enjoyment and everything, I was going to start, you know, really not enjoying myself at that point if I continued to just play D4 over and over and over. So, could have been good for channel in that way, but, you know, ultimately, if you're not having fun, you're gonna be just putting out worse content. It's not gonna be as great. I'd rather play D2 to a lower viewer base than play D4 to a higher one. And that's always been kind of my motto a little bit, whatever, with streaming in a way, has been I'm not just here to full sell out, do whatever is going to be best channel, whatever, because we're able to, you know, I'm very lucky in that I have a lot of awesome viewers and supporters, and I'm able to exist within the D2 space and enjoy myself. You know, and put out content that I want to put out. All right, we got 2 throw. And we got Eisenhearts. So I'm very lucky, you know. Not everybody has that opportunity, ability. All right, I think that clears all of Act 3, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we have finished Act 3. Pretty pog. With the MF boost. So, Act 3 was not amazing to us. Let's take a look. Haltusk, Gold Strike, Skull Splitter, Langer Brisser, Jade Tendo, Mantled Heel, Humongous, and Tooth Throw for uniques. Saigon's Gloves, Tal's Mask, Sanders Rip Rap, Infernal Cranium, Tier Haunch, Vidala's Barb, Immortal King's Detail, the Belt, and Eisenheart's Horns. We got 2 Vidala's Barbs. Pole Rune was the best rune. Hell, 3 Tals, 2 Souls, Iothol, Am, 3 Iths, or Ral. That is our Act 3. Let's go back Act 1 and continue here, because we did do Den of Evil. I think that's where we got the Haltusk, was in Act 1 actually. People think this is a game-breaking Easter egg. No, it's still not going to beat out your most efficient farming, because that's going to involve leaving games and all of this, and so this is just a fun thing that you can do if you want, especially for characters that don't run much Magic Find. Alright, we'll have to go in there. Let's go ahead and go there now. Do you lose the buff if you switch a piece of gear? I don't believe that loses the buff. I think death and whatever do, but I didn't think that would. Light source could be faster. Yeah, but there's also a little more chance of death on my light source, so I was happy to just do my cold source. Does it feel like I have 10 KMF? I mean, again, 10 KMF doesn't really feel much different from 500 MF. Which doesn't feel that different from 400 MF, you know. They're very similar numbers, so effectively. That's worth a few extra percent. My unique drop rate goes up by about 50% more from it. That's nice. So again, not game-breaking change, but next challenge, clear the entire game with Punch Barb, yeah. You think Burial Grounds is the next Terror Zone? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. It's a pretty lame zone anyways. Do you think you could beat Hell holding one of each Thunder Charm? Oh yeah, for sure. This character especially, she's max resistances with a cold Sunder Charm, and if she wore all the other Sunder Charms, she would also still be max. She's got like tons of res because we have Maras and COH and whatever stuff on. She's really stacked out. Well, have you started with only Sunder Charms? Level 1 to Hell? I mean, yeah, it would be harder, for sure. I still think for sure doable, but a little bit harder. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the pit soon here. Another Ort rune. Exclamation mark, Easter egg. Materials might? Oh. Almost. I like PD2? Yeah. Yeah, he did a great job with it. PD2 is still your preferred way to play? Too many quality of life changes? Definitely some nice changes for certain pieces, yeah. Like there is still, I still have a nice little list of quality of life that they could add to this game. I wish they would, but even if they never change this game again, it's still so good. This player's 1? No, this is player's 7. Stackable gems and runes. So true. So true. Mosaic is so fair and balanced. Yeah, Mosaic is also pretty messy. It needs to be adjusted. I love the idea. I don't think the implementation is currently right. It needs further testing. All right, burial ground's done. We'll finish Cold Plains and then we'll go to the pit. Make sure we still get the pit in time. Though, I mean, pit's not crazy big for Terror Zone, so we don't need a ton of time on it. Alright, we got Arctic Mitts. Long RPG is going to be a 2D JRPG turn-based game there. It is going to feature an interesting combat I've been designing that I hope is unique. Who knows if some other game actually did it. Blade Buckle. It will have PvP in it, yes. That's a big draw, hopefully. And trading, you know, whole market, professions, masteries. Just like a lot of like fun different puzzles and areas to go and fight and do stuff in. Hopefully it takes you around the world a lot more, keeps you involved. And yeah, plenty of stuff that's just going to be tested because you know what? This is the first game that I've ever made. And so I know it's not going to be perfect off the bat, and there will be pieces that I'll go, yeah, this actually isn't fun. I need to change this, you know. It's being made with Godot. Will there be an in-game llama currency I can purchase with my MasterCard? No. Sorry to burst your bubble. I don't know. Maybe we'll put llama dollars in there that you can purchase with your MasterCard. And that's what you'll kill the boss with instead of just your actual credit card swipe. Hard to decide. Yeah, the game only that you're in for 19 hours. If you die, it's gone. The money boss that dies only if you gift enough subs? Yeah, I mean, there's the money boss in the game that only dies if you give him enough money. So I'm wondering what's the best way to implement that. Do I let you give him US dollars or whatever direct, or should that money be an in-game llama currency, like you buy 100 llama dollars for $100 and then you give him those? Oh, decisions. I'll have to figure that out later. Cathans, there we go. The name of the game is Llama RPG. Are you doing host-based instances with the limited numbers for an MMO light experience? So, the idea is the town will be... I would love for everybody to just kind of be in the same spot. If there's too many people, then yeah, we'll probably have to do like another server of it or whatever. But currently the general thought is that you are solo in the outside world. It's a little like Diablo 4 in that way, which is kind of funny when I think about it. You're solo in the outside world, and then in the towns and the PvP center and all that stuff is where you're going to go and like find other people. But the game is a single player experience as of now. However, we have looked into how we can build it into a multiplayer experience, and so that may be something that we do end up doing. It's just, you know, something for how it is now. But I wasn't sure if I really wanted to have everybody in the overworld. And it be kind of like all of that, because then it's like, okay, you're running into monsters, I'm running into monsters, whatever stuff. So yeah, the current idea is it's just really a single player game for what you're doing in the world. But then there's a whole market, there's, you know, there's the like all the different chats, there's the gaming centers where you go and like meet people. There's a lot of like social within the actual towns and world and all of that stuff. So having good social features and trade and all of that is really important to me. for the game. Wait. Oh, there's the guy. Okay, so Cold Plain's pretty done. Yeah, kind of like PoE a little bit there. Let's just go do the pit really fast. I mean, that actually is like such a big deal though for the game. The game's like very much built around the idea of there being trade, there being all of that, because you're not going to do everything. Like, you have professions, you have, you know, crafting, you have potion making or alchemy, you have tailoring to make skins, you have, you know, miners, you have gatherers, all of this stuff, and you're not doing all of that. You're kind of picking the profession that you really want to be into. And so you're going to be getting other people to like fulfill jobs and things, you know. You're going to be relying on, hey, this dude mines better than I do. I'm going to let him mine it, and I'm just going to buy it off of him instead. Blue Archon staff, I know. I know. Talking about Llama RPG. If you can only have one profession, the game will be a flop. No, you can have as many professions, but it will take time. And the other piece is you will get to, like, you can always do all of those things. You can always go out and mine materials. You can always go out and, you know, craft your gear, tailor things, whatever. So all of that is like fine, you know, whatever. That's just like in the game. You can do all of it. But the better you get at it and study it and focus it, the better you will be at it. So if you want to spend a ton of time, you can become a master of all of it. But generally the idea is if you put, you know, 500 hours across all the professions and someone puts 500 hours into crafting, they're going to be a little bit better at crafting than you. Right? So. But everybody has the opportunity still to craft, to gather, to mine, to tailor, to do all these things. Shale Rune. Yep. Need a card game minigame? Already on it. I've already designed Llama TCG. It will be a card game that is within Llama RPG that you can play. Okay, let's go back. Already been designed. It's being designed by, yeah, essentially various community members. I mean, I'm designing the whole game, but then I've got someone who's like doing art, someone who's like doing, you know, code, someone who's doing music. When's release? I'm hoping we'll have a demo to show by end of July. That was, I put a request into the team to have a basic demo by that time. What will this demo entail? Ooh, lemon, nice. It will be the first town. You'll be able to go out with your llama, create your character llama, pick your class, go out, fight in one zone, probably like one zone in a cave. You'll be able to level up, you know, gain experience, get items from the monsters, use skills, do all of the combat, at least in a decent form of the combat. Ow, sets and uniques. Talk to vendors, heal, potentially like do a shopping spree. Another eyes and hearts. Let's see what else. And hopefully PvP, which is hopefully the big like fun piece of it, is that you can then take everything you've gotten and then fight somebody else. Can you collect a llama's ear? I don't know if we'll have ear collection. Maybe something else. Get a hoof. There'll be hats and other things in the game for the future, but that's...
Sending lots of love to your fam llama.
There he is.
Been watching you since 2016. Very happy to see how far you've come and best of luck in the future.
Thanks, Chef. Yes, Chef. Will there be some way to cause drama? Yeah, I'm sure we'll create some drama somewhere. But that's hopefully what the demo will entail. It'll have generic, you know, basic, like, pieces for, whatchamacallit. Try and think. It will have basic pieces for, like, assets and stuff, so all that's not going to be fully set. But, you know, at least we'll have, like, this is a sword, and this is what a sword will look like. The sword you'll actually get to use in the future will probably be cooler and look, you know, have more stuff going on. Here is, you know, a couple of monsters, and maybe they'll have their assets not fully finished, but there'll be something. You know, the hope is that it still will be just... Ooh, nice. A new high rune for us. Well, quote-unquote high rune. Highest rune. Rune. Lem pull. This was found by someone on Frozen Keep, and it goes all the way back to 1.04. So pre-D2R and everything. Pretty cool.
I can't carry anymore.
But not widely known and spread. For sure, Varric. Thank you. So, yeah. That is hopefully the demo. And then, once we have that, I mean, it's, you know, we're just continuing to add more and more, right? We'll have more classes added in. We'll have more pieces just added in for the professions, the masteries, all of that stuff. Just a lot of stuff we can do with it all. Oh, there's a guy. There he is. So, no mounts. You're a llama. I mean, what do you need to mount on? Eldrarune. Is there a scientist profession? So I'm thinking there will be an alchemist, and the alchemist will create potions. Some of these potions will be like respec potions. Some of these potions will be health potions. Some of these potions will be, you know, maybe like temporary resistance potions or strength or something like that. But that is the current thought. Yeah, a little bit more of the old school MMO, not fully an MMO, you know, exactly, but kind of in the way that like you are engaging with the world. General Tanli Do. Ga. Tando Liga. There won't be battle passes, sorry to say. How long will it take to max level? So I don't actually think I'm going to have a max level in the game. I think it's just going to continue to scale up harder and harder to level. But as of right now, I'm kind of leaning towards letting it just kind of be uncapped in a way. And just, you know, getting more difficult.
I always wondered what will happen if you clear the whole game in a session. GL, Mr. Llama.
Thank you.
I heard there was a time a dog was almost shaved here.
That is a true statement. Can we kill the money boss over and over again? Yeah, probably. The nerdy, thank you. Do you have to keep upgrading gear then as well? I mean, so the idea is that it's not scaling in this crazy, you know, exponential, ridiculous way. Right? There's not all these multiplicative damage buckets, and so now your damage goes from 5,000 to 50,000 to 500,000, and the bosses that you're fighting deal 500 million damage, whatever stuff, right? There's not any of that. Not taking shots at anything, just saying that is not how the game will be. So you will be gaining, you know, speed for sure on it. Want me to check out the map, Bo? You'll be gaining, you know, as you increase your damage and get better gear and stuff like that, but you're not locking yourself out. And a lot of it will come down to, as well, hopefully, how you fight in your combat. So someone who has slightly worse gear but better combat, you know, skills is going to be able to beat the person and get a little further than the person that is vice versa. Alright, little Berserkers action. Perfect. So, will your skills get better as you use them, or will there be skill points? So your skills will have skill points. Your masteries will get better as you use skills. So, or use things. No, there won't be level scaling. So, for instance, if you use axes, your axe mastery will increase. Right? You will get better at using axes. And that will give you a slight buff to damage, potentially accuracy, whatever pieces, all that, and comes with that. Thank you, Chef Smith. Appreciate the sub. If you use offensive spells, then you will get an increase in your offensive spells. Right? The more offensive spells you use, the more that you're going to get a small boost to those. Skyrim ripoff? I haven't played Skyrim, but yeah, this is a pretty basic system. I'm sure a lot of games have masteries. I haven't seen this system in another game, but I'm certain this system exists in 1,000 games. This isn't some crazy new thing. I'm not pretending like masteries are crazy and inventive. Rollick, thank you very much for the Prime sub and reminding everybody they might have a Prime sub that they can use. Ultima Online had it. There you go. Going way back. Also, definitely not just how it works in real life, right? The more I use an axe, the better I get with an axe. So that's the idea there, is that those pieces will give a small boost the more you use them, and that's something you can get, increase over time. In terms of like somebody said, okay, so there's no level scaling, but then there's also no, how does the game continue to get harder? And the idea here is, one, there's PvP, right? So the idea is, like, as you're continuing to build your character up, you're going to be able to fight in PvP more and more, and rank up in PvP with your character. So there is the ever scaling of the other people that you're PvPing against, and that's kind of a way that it will scale a little bit. Additionally, you're not really gaining a ton of power through leveling up in this crazy way, right? Like, you are, someone who is level 50 is going to dominate someone who's level 20, like, sure. But it's not in this, again, exponential way. And so if I'm level 240 and you're level 220, like, you're going to have 20 more skill points, which is definitely going to give you a little bit advantage. But also, I'm going to still be alright and be able to handle myself. Oh, wait, I missed... never mind, I guess we got it all. And there will also be just higher and higher levels of areas and expansions and things that will add harder and harder things to go and complete for the higher level characters. So I'm hoping to build in a level 250 area where you can go fight level 250 mobs. And if you want to fight that at level like 210 because you're feeling like you're really stacked, you can try it. And you're not going to get punished for fighting a higher level area. but it should be somewhere that, you know, is going to be hard still overall, and so there should be increasing challenges in areas as you go around. But also, again, you're not really leveling up a ton if you're level like 240, you know, like you would need to kill thousands and thousands of monsters, I imagine, to get a single level at that point. Hello, how you doing? Am I holding back content to put in later DLC? I'm not holding back content so much as looking at the idea that there's just going to be content that I know I'm not going to get to at first. And so stuff I'll be adding. I don't think it'll be DLC that you're going to be like buying and stuff like that. I think everything will just be continually added to the game. But there'll just be stuff like, hey, I want to do new classes. You know, I want to add more classes in. That's just going to be something that, yeah, once the game is set and we have everything out and it's functioning and working, then I'll probably just add some more classes in, you know. Gilded shield, close. But we do have a rack right there, maybe. There were monsters kind of close to it though, so hard to tell. So that's kind of the thoughts. Another soul rune of, you know, for all that. I'm trying to get the bare bones in there for each system at the very least. Have professions, have masteries, have, you know, a good core, good experience gain, good, you know, fun with the combat. I want all of that. I want the core piece of the game to be fun before I'm really looking at, like, adding in, you know, a level 200 area. Because first off, it's going to take a while for someone to ever get to level 200. It's like, what's that matter? Modding will be allowed pretty much completely in the game. You'll be allowed to mod, like, a ton of stuff. Another soul rune. Again, we're hoping to have demo out by end of July. Is the like stretch goal or the hopeful goal for that. And then I'd love to have like an alpha by, you know, a few months later. Where do you get it? It'll be on Steam eventually. For now, the best thing I can say is !RPG Discord. We'll take you to the Llama RPG Discord where I talk about game updates that are happening, you know, where we'll discuss how to get the demo, how to get in the alpha, all of those pieces. So, but being in the Discord will be the best place to really like keep everything up to date. Hello. I keep hearing about a really scary game you should be playing. Okay. I don't even know what game I'm supposed to play. Warren hasn't even told me. We'll schedule scary game night. Will I buy a real llama with the money I make? I mean, so far I'm only out money, so you know. Will the game ever fully recoup its cost? Who knows? But that's okay. I've always wanted to make a game that I've always wanted to make a video game. So. What's the cost and budget? I mean, I'm blessed to have a community that is willing to volunteer and help out in various ways. You know, I'm paying like Warren. You know, I've paid a little bit for various pieces, assets, and different things like this for sure. People that are making meaningful contributions to the game, I'm giving them percentage of game sales. Like, you know, I'm definitely willing to work with anybody who's participated to try and at least make it somewhat worth their time. I don't want anybody coming in and just it not being worth their time. But, you know, I don't want to go and try and get a publishing company and everything that's going to try and get me to put more, you know, features to make more money in it and stuff like that, because I don't want the game to be a giant money-making monetized machine. It's a pretty nice tower if I was just doing rune hunting. I'm using Godot. Hexfire. So, you know, ultimately, if I wanted to go to a studio and have them create this game for me, I imagine it would be around 100-something thousand. Doing it slower and through our own people of, you know, whatever stuff. It'll probably be like 30, 40, something like that. 6% MF small charm. There won't be a battle pass. Frame of, like, time of release. Again, that's something that makes it a little harder to know because we don't have as strict of like deadlines for everything because again, I'm not sitting here paying everybody, you know, full like wage, 40 hours a week, everything like that. For Warren with coding, yes. For other people, it's some, you know, much more just little bits here and there, and some people just helping out, volunteering, some people just little bits. Again. So I can't be all like demanding of people like, hey, get me this by this time. But like I said, I'm hoping to have a demo by end of July. I'm hoping that we can have from that demo, I mean, that'll have a lot. And then we're just building like more maps, more, you know, building on the systems, whatever things. I think we could totally have, if we like really went hard, have like a nice beta by end of the year. But a lot of that'll just depend on how everything is going. And again, I've never developed a game before, so Korun. You know, there's probably plenty of things that I'm not thinking of and all of that, you know. But 2024 is the time that I've really felt like we can have the game like out. Left a small charm? That's okay. Happens. Probably a 3/20/20. It is a JRPG. Though I did have a dream about what Llama ARPG looks like. And it's kind of a funky, a little different from what you normally might think about an ARPG. It's like a mix and match kind of. I'm working on it. Any good finds? Exclamation mark item finds. So far, Pole Rune and Rune. Gold Strike was a fine, you know, decent item to find. I'm not upset about it. But overall, more to be found for sure. So, yeah. And then, you know, it's just getting all the smaller systems implemented and stuff. The nice thing is the base of the game is getting close. That's the really nice thing for Llama RPG here is, you know, the base combat system, skill system, experience, all of that stuff is getting close, which means once you have that, you know, yes, there's going to be implementing plenty of things with like trading and security around that. And number 2, Eisenart horns. You know, stuff around making sure stashes are working well and properly, and all of the various little pieces, right? There's a lot of fine tuning to be done in a lot of ways, but we'll also be in a state where we'll be able to do a lot of like testing of it, right? Like you just have to build the core out first, and then once you have that, then it's like, okay, adding new skills isn't a big deal because we have skill systems and all of that, and it's just soft coding it in. So at that point, it's almost like modding a game in a little bit, right? Making an RPG. Oh, nice. Where items can store other items. Whoa, that's cool.
I can't carry anymore.
Wonder how that works. Yeah, you can always hit me up on Discord. We can chat and see. Godot is where we're building it.
Can't wait for Llama RPG.
Thank you.
I am overburdened.
Appreciate that. If it was in Unity, I'd get involved. I definitely looked at Unity as a, you know, potential. It was pretty split. None of us knew Godot that well until we did. Exactly. Now Warren is an expert in Godot. Yeah, I mean, the biggest issue with Unity is the creator of Unity is kind of trashing it up now. Ma Jones, thank you. So I was like, that was my biggest thing to swing me away from it. What they do, they like joined with an NFT company or something. Something like that.
It's locked.
That's true, Unclasped. Yeah, so just decisions that I was like, eh. Do you was the Method Guild in World of Warcraft? No, I'm on the D2 Method Guild. There we go. Cold Steel Eye. Not Pete Davidson or his brother. They acquired a company that's been doing suspicious data tracking in the past. That's it. I didn't remember exactly what it was. I just remembered they were doing shady things, and it was like, let's stay away from that.
I can't carry anymore. I need a key.
Somebody shot at me. There it is. Jay Wilson's making new ARPG. Good for him. Wish him the best. Exclamation mark Easter egg. Agreed, Warren.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. We'll do that later. Let's clear here.
I can't carry anymore.
Killing every mob in the game? Yeah. Seeing what all we get.
I'm overburdened.
Yeah, I mean we're already running. We've already got security like as a focus. We know where we're going with it. Yeah. Thank you, Fealty. So like everything's already split into what's running server side, what's running client side, like. Hey man, I'd be happy to have some white hackers come and show us where some flaws are. Almost 100? Nice. Get there. Good luck. Like that'll be totally helpful.
I can't carry anymore.
Really, 10 KMF? Exclamation mark Easter egg. Will you ban people doing exploits? If you are exploiting and not bringing the exploit to me, and then I discover you are exploiting, yes. Now, during phases where I am asking you to hack the game to try and, you know, so we can figure stuff out, no, of course not. If you come across an exploit and find something, awesome, let me know.
I am overburdened.
But yes, finding a exploit and then abusing that and not letting me know will result in ban. Assuming you're exploiting it continually. Well, if you never catch them and they never tell, well then that just is, yeah. I mean, that's something that they can try and do. No D4 for now? Nah, we did a lot of the D4 there. When Season 1 comes around, we'll check it, see what they got going for us.
I can't carry anymore.
Servers are lagging anyways right now.
I'm overburdened.
Servers have been having trouble lately. They were really good on launch, and I mean they're still overall, you know, pretty good, but
I can't.
who solta?
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Okay. Says the fact that it requires people in the middle to make ban decisions and handle complaints hard to do for a one-time purchase, low-cost game. What do you mean? I love this game.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, again, we will have servers, and we will have trusted admins in the game. For sure. I don't expect this game to have 50,000 players, you know? If this game has 1,000 people playing, I think that would be a really sweet spot. That's enough where we can do, you know, fun little things like some clan wars. I can do the Llama Summer Games, which is something that I had a dream about, Warren. I'll explain that to you later. All sorts of fun like that. But why not 50k players? Because it's an indie game and I don't have a budget for marketing to 500 million people and stuff. Now, I still would love for it to be a great game, but I'm sure there's lots of great games that just don't have giant player bases. Because, yeah, I mean, how do you market to all those people and everything there? It's tough. Now, if 50,000 people end up playing this game, that'll be amazing. And then we'll have a little more revenue, and we can use that to hopefully, yeah, pay some more people to come in and help out with different things. Tell him you're busy, Warren.
I can't carry anymore.
Well, even if we have 1,000 sales on day one, I just don't want to get my hopes up. But even if we have 1,000 sales on day one, which would be amazing, that still doesn't mean there's going to be 1,000 consistent players, you know? Like, how many people will refund it? How many people will play it for a bit and then stop playing it? You know. So I'm saying if there's 1,000 people that, 6 months from now are still playing it, not exactly always consistently online 1,000 people, but enough where I can do stuff like have a matchmaking PvP and it match you up with someone that's nearby to you, as opposed to if there's only like 50 people playing the game and you do, matchmaking, then it's like you're really just fighting the same person over and over again, which isn't as good of an experience. So there are pieces where having more people will improve the overall experience, but I can't fully count on that. Find some popular JRPG streamers and sponsor them to play the game. You know how expensive that is? Streamers ain't cheap, man. How about mediocre streamers? Now we're talking.
I am overburdened.
Am I completely done with D4? No, I'm sure we'll do some stuff with seasons and things when it comes out. You'll play it for your 10 viewers for a good price? Perfect. But yes, my ultimate hope and goal is that if the game is good enough and fun enough, it will essentially sell itself. And if it's not selling itself, then maybe the game needs to be changed in some ways to just be a better game where more people will want to play it. You know? Dark and lights off your next horror game? I'm not sure that's part of the agreement.
I can't carry anymore.
Perfect, Tom. I'll count on you to be that marketing person. That is true, Warren. That she is. That she is. So, yeah. We just will sit and continue trying to make it the best game that it is and hope that that does it. And my biggest goal for it is that somebody becomes a full-time streamer with Llama RPG as their main game. That there is a main game Llama RPG streamer. That would be so cool. 10 viewer peak? That's okay. That's okay. I don't care.
I am overburdened.
Mr. Something LRPG? Yeah. No, this is a real game coming.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
When the first tournament for Llama RPG need to have a team ready? Yeah, I want to build in, like, again, tournaments, guild fights. The Llama Summer Games, I think, will be something really fun, you know.
I am
But we're still a bit off from that. That'll be probably one of those things we add a year from release or something. But we could definitely do some like little PvP tournaments and stuff.
I can't carry anymore.
Will there be enough content to stream full time? There should be. I don't see it having any less content than D2. If you want it to be successful, shouldn't you name it something other than Llama RPG? No, I think Llama RPG is a great name. I think the idea is, if it needs to have a good title, like, the title is so unimportant to what a game actually, like, if it's good or not. I want the game to be good and you to love the game, not because it has a good title. And it's just, the game is trying to not be dishonest. It's an honest game. That's the goal of the game. Oh yeah, there'll be plenty of Easter eggs. The goal of the game is that it's an honest game. It's not trying to pretend it's something it isn't. It's not trying to get you to buy it because it has a great name and whatever. I mean, the name is cute. It's an RPG where you're a llama and you're gonna have a lot of fun. And that's it, man. You're not getting sold anything else. You're playing as a llama. And it's an RPG. Plus, there'll also be llama ARPG, llama TCG, various other llama games to come. So, easy to identify them all in the same world while being different kinds of games. No relation to Goat Simulator. Llama MMO. I mean, Llama RPG is kind of Llama MMO in a way. It has some of the features. There we go. So that's another piece of the dollars there. I've got a board game I've designed already, so I just need to convert it to have llamas instead of people. And then it can be llama board game. And you'll be able to sit down and play llama board game within llama RPG. That'll be, again, a future thing. Time for pizza rolls? Yum.
I can't carry anymore.
Hello, Rebix. Llama Llama Revolution. Yeah. Exactly. I wish, Master. The Llama TCG, it actually seems pretty interesting. I'm excited for that one.
Carry anymore.
I am excited for Llama TCG.
I am overburdened.
Llama RTS maybe one day. Exactly. So it just leaves room for the, you know, the franchise. Probably not. I can't wait to try a demo. Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. Perfect, Rebex. That is the hope. Another Hell Rune. See what Andy has for us.
I am overburdened.
If the demo is good, I think we'll be in a great spot. Nice. Triple unique.
Impossible.
16 life, 8 mana, 6 MF. Sure. We've got Storm Guild. We've got our Ogre Axe.
Yes.
And ethereal, ethereal, ethereal. Oh, rip.
I am overburdened.
Does that mean all of Act 1 is done as well?
Yes.
274 Bone Hue. I believe so. Eh. So wild. Let's go. Let's clear Act 4 out.
What do you need?
Oh, I gotta do cow level. Thank you.
Moo.
Enigma with the prime. Thank you. Oh, and Tristram. That's right.
Next run should be MF Bug full clear Horking run.
I can't carry anymore.
But only with the super uniques. Or the unique bosses and stuff. Don't make me go kill every monster on that. Sky Cycle, what's going on? How's your day? Hope you had a nice stream. Cow's gonna drop below? I hope so. Nice. Any good drops today?
Good day.
Happy to be here. Act 4 will be a real fast one. Probably Umbreon. We got Viper Magi, that's also not bad. Yeah. Player 7.
I am overburdened.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do cow level. Gosh dang it.
I can't carry anymore.
Literally just forgot.
I am
One of the best games ever. Alright, alright. One day we'll give it a try. Let me just clear... these 3 zones.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Never seen me kill this many mobs. We're doing a full clear. This is a action-packed, non-stop killing. Stream, another Ort rune. This is how you play? Everything dies? Yeah. Offlane it. No way to confirm I've killed everything. I definitely have not killed every single monster exactly. I'm sure there's been a few missed here and there. It's every monster in quotes. 99.99% of monsters. Yeah, we left the snake things in the water. It's true, Rag. Oh yeah. Martial arts assassin just murders everything now. She's insane. Another Ort rune. Who knows? Well, we're about halfway, I would say. How many push-ups can I do in one go? Hard to say. I feel like the most I was ever able to do in one go was like 70. Need a little break, you know. And I'm sure I'm less than that right now. Yeah, that was like at our best when we were doing push-ups every day and stuff, though, you know.
I am overburdened.
Why not use legacy graphics? Honestly, the legacy graphics in D2R are worse. They don't have the right anti-aliasing, so it's just not as good.
I am overburdened.
They just look kind of uglier than how they actually look in D2R, or in LOD. Which I think also is partly intentional. I feel like they intentionally showed us the graphics looking even worse, so then it would make D2R's graphics seem even better in comparison. Which they didn't need to. D2R looks amazing, but they definitely gave us the
I can't carry anymore.
bad version of old there. Sozen, thank you very much for the sub. Oh, I just realized I've been on this screen the whole time. Oops. Sorry.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Alright. Second Berserkers. Ow. That hurt. Bro, souls hurt so much. Especially player 7 souls. Even with 75%. Doesn't matter. Light res. Do I know what Blizzard would have to do to recreate the feeling of D2? I'm not sure they'll be able to be honest. I think that is now up to the likes of games like Llama RPG instead to do. I think Blizzard is just too big of a company now at this point. There's too many psychologists working on the game and too much profit-driven mindset with the game. I'm not sure we'll ever get a D2 from them again. Whew. Spicy zone, man. Another Ort rune. We see new content in D2R. I imagine they're not fully done with adding content to the game, but D4 is going to get the, you know, the main look right now. It'll have the focus for a bit, and then we'll see how it actually ends up over time. It's just a ghost of a ghost.
I am overburdened.
Yeah. I've put every unique set and rune into my spreadsheet. Yep. Hey man, it's alright. Like we've talked about before, Llama RPG is a common, baby. Y'all just sit tight. It is on its way. Everybody thought I was joking when I said it's gonna be better than Diablo 4. Y'all got to go play Diablo 4.
I am overburdened.
Think I'm still joking? Yeah, it's a really cute Easter egg. That's a low bar. Perfect. The lower the bar, the more I'm into it. Well, okay, hold on, not. Alright, I'm just gonna take back. Just don't. Okay, ignore that. It's not what we mean, you know.
I am overburdened.
When Llama RPG comes out, I have to stream it? Oh, I'll be streaming. I'm actually worried I'm gonna fall in love so much with Llama RPG, because I made it and I love it, that I'm not gonna stream Diablo 2 anymore. And then everybody's gonna leave because they're like, hey bro, you're a Diablo streamer, what's up? And I'll just play Llama RPG for the rest of time and love my life, but not really have much of a job anymore.
I am overburdened.
Better than Stardew Valley, yes. Better than D4, I don't think so. More fun to play than D4 Endgame, definitely.
I can't carry anymore.
Bro, I would say Stardew Valley is like 500 times better than Diablo 4. I don't know what... I mean, we all have different things that we consider better or worse, you know. We all have our own criteria, but... Stardew Valley is like... God tier game. Why do people like Stardew Valley so much? Probably because it brings in exactly what old games used to bring in. It has personality to it. It has great fun and Easter eggs and silliness, but also it's a game. It's well built. Simplicity. It's not trying to get you to go to its shop to buy the latest microtransaction. It's just a game made by a dude who likes playing games and wanted to make a good game. And that is the dream goal of Llama RPG. To be as good as something like Stardew Valley. That is the dream. That's like not even a dream. That's like a almost impossible level dream. But, you know, some dreams can be impossible. Okay. Alright, let's go to those cows now. Can I explain why I played D2 and not D4? Well, I played Diablo 4. And it was fine. And then I got to level the 100, which was already beyond the point where I was starting to get a little bit bored. And then I just kind of got bored and I didn't feel like playing much more of it. And that was kind of the end of it, so I stopped playing. For now, until the next season and whatever. But there's just a lot of things I believe that they need to improve in the game. And when they make those improvements, we'll see then how the game plays at that point. But I had plenty of fun still. It's not like I hated it, you know. It was fine. I didn't think the game was remarkable. That's it. I thought the game was a solid 6. It was totally fine. I couldn't tell it very much from all the other ARPGs that exist out on the market. It had a couple like nice things with it, but it was just it was a solid 6 to me. That's it. That's fine. A solid 6 is a fine game. It's not a horrible game. It's just okay. If it's a 10 out of 10 for you, that's totally fine as well. 6 is my opinion. Any games I think are remarkable other than Dungeon Siege and Diablo 2? I mean, StarCraft OG and Brood War, just like absolutely god tier games. Warcraft 3, pretty god tier game. Is that my first Ethrun? I think so. Dota 2, pretty well made game. I've got a few thousand hours in that. You know, there's plenty of games like Stardew Valley I think are just absolutely amazing. RuneScape's pretty dang solid. Those boots are crazy. Eh, they were alright. 30 fast Roanoke, 32 fire res, 17 MF. They're not bad.
I am overburdened.
And there's lots of really good games as well. You know? Games like Portal and stuff. Eisenhart's Case. Just like really, really amazing games. So, but also, you know, Portal's not a game that I feel like I'm going to put thousands of hours into. But it was a great game for what it was. And what it is. Another Ral rune. It does work online. And it's not the end of D4 either. Like, thousands of people are still enjoying the game, or millions. I don't know how many people are actually playing the game right now. Probably hundreds of thousands of people are still enjoying the game, and it's going to have its seasons. It's a big enough, you know, game with a big enough company behind it that they're going to be able to continue to market and push all of that as well. So another Lem rune. Don't hate our Lem runes. When's next letter reset? They haven't announced it yet. Usually it's 4 months, but I don't know if it'll be 4 months from when they actually did it, or if it'll be 4 months from what would have been the time. Yeah, they removed typing over your head. It's really sad. There we go. That's our third Berserkers piece. We have found the entire Berserker set. Let's go, baby! Our first full set.
I am overburdened.
Ow, I almost died. The trouble with rune words is Diablo 4 is not built with great itemization. And to top that off, that makes it where Diablo 4 is trying to add rune words in is going to just never feel as great as how rune words existed in D2, which is why they originally went away from them. They realized, oh, actually we tried to put rune words in, but the itemization is not the same. It's very different. And the rune words just don't fit very well in them. Plus only having, 2 sockets max and items and things, it's just a lot of stuff is very limited. So rune words, even if they make their way into D4, will probably just not function very well.
Hello.
Good day.
But who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to put them in later on. Whew. All right, so that is Acts 1, 3, and 4. We're not going to have enough time to do 2 and 5 today, so we will hold off on 2 and 5. Oh wait, I haven't finished 4 yet. Perfect. Let's go finish 4, and that'll actually be the perfect amount of time. Probably about 15 to 20. Another Rao rune. Probably.
I can't carry anymore.
Guy's got a newborn. Why are my streams so short nowadays? I mean, we're at 4 hours right now. It's not like crazy short. But yes, I have a newborn baby. So, I am trying to be a good dad and partner because my partner, Moo Girl, also works. And so we're, trading off back and forth and helping each other out and doing stuff with the baby and all those things. Thank you. So I'd say, you know, obviously when we were doing D4 stuff, we did a lot more time as well there, but I'd like to get to ultimately probably around like 5 to 5.5 hours per stream. I think that's ideally where I'd like to end up. But some days are just going to be a little bit shorter. Moo Girl did a little bit of streaming, and then she got pregnant, and so she stopped there. Didn't like going and like having to puke and running off stream to go puke and stuff. Nice new pulse. Yeah, a little bit older than ours. We're only at 3 months. Loot Galane Sewers.
I can't carry anymore.
She's level 91. By the end of this, she'll probably have her 92. End of, you know, the next. Want to know how many people already stopped playing D4? I'm not sure those are numbers they'll release. How can guys like Quinn play Diablo 4 all day every day? I mean, Quinn, first off, plays more modern ARPGs anyways. So, you know, that's more fitting with his brand and style. And he makes a good living doing it, so. Nah, you don't get experience boost. I'm pretty dang certain. I don't feel like I'm leveling that fast. Leaked nuts.
I am overburdened.
Looks like PoE 2 looking good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, in terms of like modern ARPGs, I don't feel like Diablo 4 is really providing a better experience or more than Path of Exile 2 is aiming to provide, even than something like Last Epoch is providing. So I think it's, especially in the current state, lacking a lot of the depth. I think it's like gonna kind of run its course a little faster. In a way. They played it so safe that, yeah, it feels like, I don't know. If I like modern ARPGs, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't go play those other ones instead. Elegos, thank you. With 1,000 biddies.
Hey, old man, Mr. Llamas for speaking the true.
Appreciate ya. Because they're not Diablo. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point, is like, at this point, it really feels like the Diablo name is like a big piece. And the game is fine, again. But if I'm comparing across modern ARPGs, I do feel like there is better out there right now. Like they gotta do more to make me want to play that over PoE 2 or whatever.
I am overburdened.
Maybe Diablo comes at season 1. He's like an added boss. I'd play D1 Resurrected for sure. We're all praying for Llama RPG. This is true.
I can't carry anymore.
Tier room.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, season 1 really needs to knock it out of the park, in my opinion. Or I think the game is going to really lose a lot of people. Can you add farming to Llama RPG? Well, you do go farm items, unless you mean farming, like actual farming of crops or something. You know, I don't hate it. Because there are different materials that you're going to be using for crafting. And what if some of those materials either you farmed or somebody else farmed? Sounds like scope creep. Oh yeah, tons of scope creep. Well, the thing is, I'm looking for ways to make sure that those systems, at least to me, are feeling fun. Because something that I don't really like is the idea of crafting or making potions or tailoring or whatever things, and it all just being, you just, when you do it, you gain experience. Because I think about, like, when I go and I fight and do combat, there's like skill involved a little bit, right? I'm like thinking and having to fight, and the more efficiently that I fight, the better that I, you know, can get gear, and there's like a whole thing to it, right? But then when you're like mining or chopping a tree or mining ore or whatever in the game, there is none, you know? You're just, you click it and it just does it. And when you're crafting, there is none. And so, you know, for something like Skyrim, let's say, if I want to increase my crafting up a ton, I just sit there and craft over. I just keep spamming the craft button on the same thing over and over and over again. And that's how the crafting is, you know? So I would rather make things like a little bit of a mini game in a way.
I can't carry anymore.
But I don't want it to be like too much, you know. I'd rather the mini game just be affecting like maybe how much experience you're gaining.
I am overburdened.
So you'd still get the same thing out of the craft. But you can get a little bit more experience towards your crafting experience overall if you you know, do it a little bit better.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, so that is Acts 1, 3, and 4. Let's take a look at all the items we found so far. We'll have Acts 2 and 5 tomorrow. But let's take a look. For unique items, we have found Haltusk, Gold Strike, Skull Splitter, Langer Breacer, the Jade Tando, Manhold Heel, Humongous, Tooth Row, Blade Buckle, Soul Harvest, Spine Ripper, Dark Glow, General's Tando Liga, Hexfire, Cold Steel, Scan of the Viper Magi, Hustle Da Evo, Storm Guild, Battle Branch, Bone Hue, and Cold Kill. Hatchet. For set items, we have Saigon's Glove, Taos Mask, Sanders Riprap, Infernal Cranium, Tear Haunch. What are you guys doing over there? Two Vidala's Barbs, Immortals King's Detail, which is the belt, Eisenhart's Horns, 2 of those, Arctic Mitts, Catherine Seal, 3 Eisenhart's Armors. Thank you very much, Goat Boy. Berserker's Hauberk, Vidala's Fetlock, Berserker's Hatchet, and Berserker's Headgear. We have all 3 of the Berserker's pieces. And then Hussar's Iron Heel. As for the runes, we have 1 Pole Rune, 2 Hell, 4 Soul, 7 Tal, 1 Io, 1 Thol, 2 Am, 4 Ith, 7 Ort, 5 Ral, 2 Shale, 2 Lem, 1 2 Eld, 1 Ko, 2 Dole, an Eth a Tier, and 6% MF Small Charm. We have found 2 of those. So, overall, I'd say disappointing. I was kind of hoping we'd have a little bit more. You counted 192 rares overall? Oh my gosh. And 192 rares counted by Helmcraft. What did I expect? I mean, again, having 10,000 MF, 5,000 MF, 2,000 MF, 1,000 MF, those are all basically the same exact number. There's like basically 0% difference, 1% maybe between all that. But just for killing every monster in Act 1, Act 3, and Act 4, I was hoping we would at least find a little bit more stuff. A few more pieces. Just because we killed so many mobs. Not because we have all of the magic find. Yeah. So, it's not bad. You know, it's an okay amount of items, I feel like. Sets, uniques, runes. But more to be desired. Hopefully Act 2 and 5 have something else in the bank for us. Mwah! Thanks for watching, though, YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next time. Peace, everybody.